Hello, this is Dr. Eduardo D'Alessandro from Brazil. This is another video comment, this one for our 17th week of the PPCR 2021 course. And I would like to talk about this week's case concerning interim analysis. Dr. Jean-Luc and Dr. Marie Curie, his research assistant, are dealing with Professor Briggs, the PI of an industry-sponsored trial on selenium, a new antipsychotic drug that is being tested for insomnia. Discussion rises from the Professor Briggs' desire to conduct an interim analysis at a insomnia trial that would last only 4 weeks. At first, Jean-Luc is quite resistant to the plan and makes a strong case against it. He claims that while the main objectives of such procedure is to check for safety, early signs of efficacy, or even futility, which at first seems great, for this along-the-way look at the data could show that statistical significance has already been achieved, implying that the new therapy is actually capable of treating insomnia and that this medication should be readily available to the public, or could actually show that there is no way that this new medication effects is going to achieve statistical significance and the trial should be terminated. Also, the trial could also be deemed in need of early termination if safety issues arise, like unexpected events and safety concerns. But Jean-Luc argues that the trial subjects may present variable levels of response throughout the course of the trial, and that statistical significance may be reached at one point, but not at the end, after all the data is analyzed. Also, he points that statistical significance could be achieved at an early termination, at an early point, but an early termination would hinder the robustness of the findings and its clinical significance, meaning that you can have statistical proofs that the medication works, but without clear proof of robust clinical changes. And one may have to run a second trial to confirm the findings. My impression is that the statistical issues can be addressed by planning ahead. After all, sample size calculations are based on assumptions, which may not follow through, so an interim analysis may provide signs that the trial is running as devised or not, revealing some issues that could be addressed while conducting the trial to optimize the chances of ending up with high-quality data that will enable adequate statistical analysis. One could plan an interim analysis according to pre-specified different scenarios that could be found during this analysis and establish boundaries for early termination that preserve the most of the intended statistical power and significance level. For the current case, I would suggest the team to adopt the O'Brien-Fleming approach, which places a tight p-value in the early stages of the trial and larger ones at the end of the trial. This seems an adequate way to spend your alpha. Also, they should plan the time points when this interim analysis takes place so that the power and clinical significance won't be greatly damaged by eventual early termination. Hey, thanks. Bye bye. See you next week.